Season 13, Forces in Motion, Physics in Necrotic World, Episode 83, Collisions. Welcome, strangers. Stuff colliding have the same force, the same time taken to collide, and the same change in momentum. Momentum is always conserved, so momentum is equal before and after collision. So total initial momentum is equal to total final momentum. The sum of before is equal to the sum of after. You know, the conservation of energy, yeah? It's the summations of the collision's momentums. I mean, obviously we start with zero velocity and zero momentum because the thingies are first at rest. I mean, actually that's not very obvious, but it is probably starting from rest, right? I bet it wasn't always moving since its creation. Probably not. I mean, would that be similar to a perpetual motion machine, to assume that it just continuously goes on? Yeah, I think so. That's not very reasonable, is it? Anyways, back to momentum. I mean, collisions. Well, momentum is part of collisions, so it's fine. Velocities of the thingies in collision are opposite, just like the momentum. Wait. The velocities of the thingies in collision are opposite, just like the momentums of the thingies are opposite as well. So opposite directions. The thingy colliding from the left has a negative change in momentum and a negative force, and this is equal to the right side that has a positive change in momentum and a positive force, generally speaking, yeah? But both sides are having the same time taken to collide. You know, lately I've had that Rasputin song by Boney M and Majestic stuck in my head, and my dad really wants to learn that Just Dance. It's really cool. I think it's really cool. The comments of the videos with this song are actually so funny, but realistically the man himself did have a kind of perceived magnetic, ironic quotation marks, energy about him, and was a relatively good politician in that he knew how to play the game, but he was such a hated guy, which kind of led to his downfall. He wasn't really that helpful. He was a mystic guy who knew how to appeal to the crowds, but he wasn't a great political player in that time. I mean, I don't really care much for politics, but it interests me how people think and how they deal with their current reality. I mean, it absolutely fascinates me how there's a counter momentum against him, but also momentum that allowed him to somewhat rise to power, ironic quotation marks, in a strange sense. They are equal in magnitude, but opposite in direction. And I'm sure he had a lot of collisions with some elite class people, we could say, yeah? Anyways, see you next time at Physics in the Necrotic World. This is your host, Rimona, R out.